Cause I've been knowing already you was on the dick. I'm zoned. Step into my zone, mad rhymes will slide for you. No time for games, cause I'm all grown up. I speak that real shit, just listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today it's going to be a bit of a different video. I've decided I've bombarded you enough with film directors recently, and I'm going to start doing more different videos compared to film, so I can kind of get a bit of a variety on the channel going. And today I thought I'd start with a video on my vinyl collection. I'm thinking about taking this series so that every time I get enough vinyls to make a video, I'll talk about the expansion of my collection. But for now, I'm just gonna take you through the vinyls I have. Before we start the video though, I thought I'd just go over the record player I have, and as you can see behind me, I have the Crosley Cruiser. It's part of a collection Urban Outfitters did as a collaboration. This one is obviously the cream one with leather finish. I really like the aesthetic of it. It has a really nice retro and vintage style to it. Also, functionality wise, it's really good because it can play 76 beats per minute records, which personally I haven't come across myself, but if I ever do, I'll be able to play out on this. You can also obviously adjust pitch, speed, as I've already mentioned. There's also an auto stop feature, so whenever you raise the arm down, the vinyl will stop playing. I do have a small issue with the speakers though. It sounds weird because I don't know if it's because these records are stereophonic, where this is a phono, but it's weird because it has a really weird tinny and like tube, almost like echoey sound to the speakers, and I don't know if it's because of how small they are, but I just personally don't like it, hence why I always play it through the headphone port. It sounds a lot better, and obviously vinyls do just sound better overall. So enough about that, and let's get on to the collection. So kicking off the collection, I have J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Now, out of all of J. Cole's albums, this is probably my favorite. KOD was really good. I liked ATM, I liked Passport, I liked Kevin's Heart, I liked, you know, just the whole album was good, but out of all of them, this is probably the one that does it for me. It really defines J. Cole as a rapper and how unique he is. I received this as a Christmas present from my girlfriend this year. Well, you know, last year, but yeah, I was so chuffed because I actually didn't know any way you could actually get this on vinyl. I didn't realize they'd made this on vinyl, so, you know, I was really happy to receive. In terms of inside, it's two 12-inch vinyls. With four sides. You've got some really interesting cover designs actually. I really like this one personally because, you know, kind of just shows J. Cole chilling with his Jordan retros. Interesting cover design on this one actually. I don't particularly understand it, but I think this is the hatchback that was in it, the music video for Everybody Dies, if you've seen that. But yeah, I really like this album as a whole. Talking of that, my favorite songs probably gotta be the whole of side A. So side A is Intro, January 28th, Wet Dreams, and 03, Adolescence. Those are really chill songs. Now obviously J. Cole, in comparison to KOD to now, this album right here is got a bit of a mix. Like side A starts off quite chilled and relaxed, and then side B kind of builds up to side C, which goes really in. And then side D is kind of like a nice fade out, where if you compare it to KOD, you had a really weird intro, which was quite, you know, quite tense, and then the whole album just went in on everything. Yeah, so this album's my favorite songs, obviously the whole of side A, as I previously mentioned, and yeah, that's 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Up next we have Brockhampton's latest album, Iridescence. I got this as a Christmas gift from my parents as part of like a bundle they bought me. This had only just come out before Christmas as well, so I was really worried I wouldn't be able to get this vinyl, but however, I was so happy when I got this on Christmas Day because I really like Brockhampton. I quite prefer their old stuff with the Mia Van, but obviously he was kicked out for some reasons that I just didn't really understand with him as a person. But anyway, this is again a 12-inch album. The covers, there aren't many you know, album covers, but it's just, you know, basic sleeves. However, it does come with this really nice portrait of the band, and on the back it's kind of like an Andy Warhol style picture with Merlin. The records, now this is a treat. The records are see-through. Now I don't understand how that works, but that's just pretty good. In terms of my favorite songs on this album, it kind of spans across the whole album. So I really like the songs on side one because I like how the album just kicks off with New Orleans and it goes really hard. And then we kind of have that chill vibe before going in on Where the Cash At, the 5th song on the album. And then jhfly and District are really good songs as well. And then I really like how it kind of ends on a soft note with Fabric and Tonya. But in terms of my favorite songs, it's got to be New Orleans, Where the Cash At, Berlin, jhfly and Tonya, because those are really good songs. And yeah, that is Brockhampton's Iridescence. It's that new album. Up next, we have Childish Gambino's Awaken My Love, or as it's meant to be Operation High Jump, I think it is. This is one I also got from Christmas from my parents. I really like the album artwork for this. It's really unique in terms of, you know, obviously how Childish Gambino's developed as an artist. Obviously he started off just doing pure rap and then he kind of hit this kind of R&B and soul kind of vibe, which I really liked. I did like because of the internet and Bonfire and, you know, all this previous stuff, but I feel this is a really nice album to listen to. In terms of what we get inside, we get a kind of like, I don't know if you call that disturbing, but it's quite a vivid image which kind of matches what's on the front. In terms of the vinyl, it's just one, because it's quite a small album, so it's just one 12-inch. Again, pretty plain cover in comparison to something like 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Favorite songs, obviously gotta be Redbone, absolute classic. Zombies and Riot are really good as well, and Me and Your Mama's the first song on the album is also a very good one. But yeah, this is Awaken My Love. Up next, we have Miles Davis's Kinda Blue. Funny, I know, because my name is Miles Davis, and yes, my parents did name me after the trumpeter Miles Davis. This is his debut album, I say, out of his whole career. Obviously he does have other albums such as Bitches Brew, but this is probably what, you know, made him the person he was in the jazz scene. It's quite a small album actually, only 5 songs. In terms of what we get inside, we don't get anything else. However, we do get a blue vinyl, you know, kind of blue, kind of works. In terms of my favorite songs, I really like So What and Freddie Freeloader. It's kind of a nice way into the album, and obviously these would have been like studio just sessions and, you know, songs they would have played like jazz bars and stuff. I really like Blue and Green. It's kind of quite a nice somber, it's not depressing, but it's just a nice chill vibe to the song. Side 2 has some really long songs like All Blues and Flamenco Sketches, which are good songs, but I wouldn't consider them, you know, my favorite songs in this album. And yeah, this is Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. Up next, we have Tyler, the Creator's Flower Boy, or as the whole thing is called, Scumfuck Flower Boy. I got this alongside some of the other records for Christmas, such as Miles Davis's Kinda Blue and all those albums I've been showing you. I really like the album cover. Obviously, I know it's all the same on all platforms, but having this in person, you can just really see all the work that's gone into this. It kind of looks like an oil painting, which is really interesting. We get 2 12-inch vinyls, which kind of have a really nice design on the middle. We also get a really nice poster that I've been meaning to frame for a long time. I'm not gonna open it up now because of like the sheer size of it, but it's got the, I think this is an original idea for how the album was gonna look, and then on the inside we have the lyrics for all the songs. In terms of my favorite songs on this album, obviously this is kind of Tyler's softer work, because obviously compared to like Goblin and Cherry Bomb and stuff like that, it kind of goes in. Obviously we have got songs on here that go in like Who That Boy and Garden Shed, which are like quite hard beats, but it's also got quite a nice range of like chilled and relaxed songs. So out of all the songs in this album, I really like the intro, the forward with Rex Orange County. I like Garden Shed, I like Who That Boy, I like Boredom, probably the most generic song on this album, but you know, I don't care, it's just a really good song in general. I also quite like I Ain't Got Time and No One Mom Is So Lonely. And yeah, that is Tyler, the Creator's Scumfuck Flower Boy. Up next, we have a bit more of classic, you know, hip-hop gangster rap. We have Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang Clan. I would have probably never bought this vinyl without the help of my dad, because my dad kind of got me into this kind of genre of rap. A little bit more about my dad, by the way. He collects loads of vinyls. Like, in comparison to how many I have, he has, I think it's 9 or 10 shelves of like vinyl just stacked and stacked and stacked up downstairs, upstairs, everywhere. Kind of happened through my granddad as well. My granddad collected vinyls and he kind of passed it on to my dad, and then now it kind of seems that, you know, he's passing it down to me. And I'm kind of, you know, glad I am collecting vinyls because I just really like having them. They're like a nice thing to have. In terms of what we get inside, we actually have a digital download code for the album, which I do already have on devices. It kind of has, you know, the original kind of like vinyl design you kind of see, which is like kind of like this kind of design that probably would have been more prevalent in the 80s and 90s, whereas now there's kind of more unique designs, which I'll probably show you with, you know, more of the albums that I've already shown you and the ones I'll show you later. In songs I like, probably Bring the Ruckus, Seventh Chamber Part 2, Method Man, Cream, The Mystery of Chess Boxing, Wu-Tang Clan, Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. You know, just the whole album is just really good. Up next, we have my favorite album of 2018, and when I mean this was my favorite, I literally mean this was my favorite. We have Astroworld by Travis Scott. Now, visually, this is my favorite album cover. I just love how real it makes everything seem, but Astroworld is like an actual theme park. Obviously, it's based off the one that was shut down by Six Flags. But, you know, Travis Scott, you know, aims with this album to bring back his childhood memories as he always used to go to Astroworld. In terms of the back as well, I really like how detailed and kind of zoomed everything is on this. Obviously, in terms of what we got inside, we have the alternative night cover version on the sleeves. We have that. And we also have two 12-inch vinyls. Now, in terms of the like disc in the middle, we have the Astroworld logo in 4 different colors across it. So we have blue and we also have orange on this one. And then we have yellow and pink on the other one. And in terms of my favorite songs, it's probably gotta be Stop Trying to Be Gods, it's Sicko Mode, you know, the really good classics on this. Probably NC-17, Who What, and astrothunder as well, really good bops. And yeah, this is Astroworld by Travis Scott. So this one's a bit of a different vinyl. This is actually the soundtrack for Blade Runner by Vangelis. Obviously, you know, in my Ridley Scott one, I talked about Blade Runner, but having this is really interesting because I can listen to it as kind of, you know, again, revision music. And I really like Blade Runner as a film, and I thought the soundtrack is just outstanding because, you know, Vangelis composes some really good music. It is on actually just one vinyl. What we get inside is obviously the vinyl itself on 2 sides, and if we open it up, we also get, you know, screen caps from the film, a bit of information about Vangelis as a composer, obviously where it was recorded, and, you know, some really, you know, big moments from the film. In terms of my favorite songs, I don't really have any. You know, the whole Blade Runner soundtrack as a whole is just really good. But if I could pinpoint probably a couple of songs I really like, it's probably the main title sequence and probably Blush Response from side 1. So that's, you know, really early on in the film. And yeah, this is Vangelis's official soundtrack from Blade Runner. Okay, another bit of a different one as well. This isn't in fact an album. This is an original Biggie Smalls copy of Juicy from obviously his album Ready to Die. This was passed down from my granddad through to my dad, now through to me. We've got Juicy radio edits and remixes on this, and we also a little teaser of what was Unbelievable. Inside, obviously, because this was released back in like the 90s, obviously no additional things in this one, but we have a really, you know, retro Artisia Records vinyl. And obviously, I can't give you a favorite songs because this is literally just Juicy, which is, you know, such a classic. And yeah, this is the Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy. Up next, we have quite a small kind of indie album, if you will. Indie isn't the genre, by the way, but this is Elder Island's EP. Fun fact, my cousin, who I haven't seen in a while, Sam, this was the band he managed for a while as well, and he was there when they did Live Lounge, and it was really cool because he passed this down to me. And on the back, it's kind of got quite a like simplistic style because the album, you know, has some songs about like an island, hence Elder Island, and it's got like this kind of geographical design to it. Inside, we just have, I think it's, yeah, just one 12-inch vinyl, and it's it's got quite solid packaging actually, and I've got it the wrong way. But yeah, it's got the continued geographical design and just the thing on the back. In terms of my favorite songs on this album, it's probably gonna be Today's Your Day. Sorry about this. It's gotta be What's It Worth and The Big Unknown, and Garden. Actually, as a whole, it's a really, really good album. Season was a bit of a flat song because Today's Your Day has such a strong start, and then it kind of just slips in Season, but then kind of picks itself back up in Garden, and then What's It Worth and The Big Unknown are such big finishes. And this is Elder Island's EP. And to finish it all off, I have also another original of Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day. Now this one, I believe, has actually been signed. I don't know who signed it, but this is also from my granddad. And it's, you know, gone through quite a lot of wear and tear, but in terms of the condition of the record, it's really pristine. Again, because this was released back in the 80s and the 90s, this wouldn't come with anything additional, but obviously we get one 12-inch vinyl of remixes and the original It Was a Good Day. And obviously I can't give any other good songs, but the remix for It Was a Good Day was actually quite good. I just forgot that we also get a preview of You Ain't Gonna Take My Life, which is quite good as well. And yeah, this is It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. So there we have it. This is my vinyl collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of just nice to take a break from doing all the film videos. I've obviously got a lot more lined up, and I'm going to be using these kind of videos to take breaks from the film videos. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate it. I haven't really come up with some sort of subscriber goal yet because I'm, you know, trying to take it slow with this channel. Don't want to rush anything or push anything. But yeah, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.